at one point in our life go through the stage of, I want to be blonde, or I want to be blonder, I want to have pink hair, I want to have blue hair, and we have to bleach it. And everyone in the world tells us, don't do it, it's gonna ruin your hair. And we're like,
yeah, that won't happen to me.
It does happen to us. It happens to everyone. So, you know, most of my videos I am blonde in because I bleached my hair. This is pretty much as close to my natural colour as possible through dye. Background story, I have really thin hair when I was younger. You could always see my scalp, like these bits here. That's how my hair used to be, like pretty much all over. And so everyone was like, when I wanted to bleach my hair, everyone was like, that's not gonna work. And at first it didn't ruin my hair, like I had to bleach it. Obviously I got really dark hair, so I had to keep bleaching it. And I think it was up until November time last year where I actually got blonde. It wasn't ginger anymore, it was blonde. Look at my Christmas pictures, I'm proper blonde in. My hair was fine, healthy, right up until earlier this year, like mid this year, and it just, I couldn't keep up with it. In my second crystal collection video, you can see these bits now that I always try and pat down, like where my hair's just broken, and it's like they're all throughout my head. Like I had to give myself a little fringe, like in my hippie video, to try and cut it. And when my hair got so matted, I all had to cut knots out under here, so I can't even put my hair up anymore because it's like little tuffles there. And it's in recovery mode. So this is actually how to recover your hair from it being bleached. And like everyone always told me that like it's not going to hit straight away, it's going to come later, and it did. But not to fear, that's why I'm making this video, to help you with how to recover from bleached hair. So I'm naturally brown, so when you go from blonde hair to brown hair, you need to dye it red first because you have no pigment in your hair, and otherwise it's going to go green. If you just put brown on top of it, as soon as it washes out, it starts to go green. Like you can kind of see it. So I did that. I used the Olia from Garnier, the like oil hair dyes, and I dyed my hair red. But I was under the impression that, oh, what? I've completely lost my train of thought. That text message is throwing me out. Let me just answer this quickly. Oh yeah, and I was under the impression that I didn't have to dye it properly red because like I just needed some red pigment. So I kind of just dyed it for like half the time and it went pink, and then I just dyed it brown on top with like a Garnier oil brown hair dye. And you could see the greeny bits where like it wasn't properly red, and where like it was like patchy dye. But let me tell you how I've been keeping my hair healthy. So the number one important thing is hydration. You want to drink lots and lots of water for your hair. Also have a lot of protein. Your hair is basically just water and protein. So if your body isn't getting that and more for it to make your hair better, then your hair's not going to be better whatever you do. So that is kind of the basics to keep your hair long-lastingly good. Also I take hair vitamins. So a really good one is if it has iodine in it. A lot of people say take 2 or 3 hair vitamin tablets a day, and yeah, that does work, that is good for your hair. But if it's got iodine in it, then don't, because too much iodine is poisonous to us or toxic to us. Supplements help, but also with hair supplements we need to take B vitamins, because a lot of the hair supplements require B vitamins for it to be absorbed in our bodies. Otherwise we're taking these hair vitamins and they're being flushed straight out and they're not doing much for your hair at all. But okay, so Gabi Demartino, our glam queen, but also now our witchy queen, and also now our health queen, right? She suggested folic acid instead of hair vitamins, and folic acid is a artificial B vitamin, but it's also mainly used for pregnant ladies. So it's like prenatal vitamins, because it helps with cellular growth and things like that, but in a healthy way, so it's obviously not the cancer way. And I've been trying that, and I think that's helped a lot. So Yeah, another thing as well, which I personally haven't heard people talk about, but I think is important, is keep your nails and your skin healthy so that all these supplements and stuff can go straight to your hair, because all these like vitamins and nutrients are good for your hair, skin, and nails. So if your nails or your skin is really dry, then like it's going to be kind of not as much is going to go to your hair, because it's going to be evened out to your skin and your nails. Whereas if your skin and your nails are in really good condition, really hydrated, moisturized, taken care of, then your body's going to kind of evaluate where these nutrients need to go, and it's going to be like,
Well, hair's the driest. Hair's like raw compared to the skin and nails, so the vitamins are all going to go to the hair.
does that make sense? So yeah, that's like the basics, all right? But how to actually get your hair in good condition is a whole other thing. So I'm going to start off with a scalp treatment. I didn't really do scalp treatments until I started bleaching my hair. I didn't realise what they were, how important they were. But my scalp is so dry now. Like, I think I've always had a dry scalp. Like, I've always been like picking bits out, like at work or at school. Just like, don't know, just disgusting like that. But now it's like really, really dry. Like, I have clumps of skin just like coming out, which isn't good at all. So definitely do a scalp treatment. So what I like to do is I use an oil. So this is in for my DIY video. This has, I think, extra virgin olive oil, almond oil, and avocado oil. And also I've just got fresh lavender. Well, it was fresh lavender in it as well. So this is like, basically any carrier oils are good, so like coconut oil as well. And you know those hair dyeing kits where it's literally like a brush and you're like dyeing your roots? I just did that for every like segment of my hair to get actually onto the scalp. So yeah, so that's really good, and I like the lavender in it because it kind of relaxes and calms the hair follicle, so it's not under stress, so it grows properly if it's calm. And sometimes I'll add another essential oil into it, so tea tree is good because that's very cleansing and it makes me feel like it's refreshed, so it looks like a new start. That's really good. Peppermint is good for growth and blood circulation on the scalp because it gives that kind of cooling effect and stimulates blood flow basically. Lavender again, it's got the calming aspects to it. They're the main ones I would say. I wouldn't really put many others on my hair. Jasmine I would use because that's meant to be quite calming and refreshing. But I wouldn't really use many others. And also another thing, what happens, like I said, about the breakage in our hair, sometimes when we bleach hair we have to trim like 2 inches off it, which makes a big difference visually, or just like cut it all off into a bob or a pixie cut. And basically we want our hair to grow, like these bits that are just broken, like I want that to grow. So I sometimes mix coffee into my scalp treatments as well. Coffee does kind of dry it out, so you make sure you kind of put more oil in it if you're adding coffee to it as well. And that just stimulates the hair follicle to make it grow quicker. Other things you can add is argan oil, and that's really good to put in the length of your hair as well. Argan oil is probably the best hair oil out there. It's really good because sometimes when you put it in, you can't even tell there's an oil in it. So that's like a good everyday oil to put in your hair, which is really nourishing. And it's very good for like the split ends kind of hair. And then coconut oil is just the holy grail. I put that in my scalp, through my length, through my ends. I put it in a bar and sleep in it. It's hard to get out of your hair, but even though I wash it like 3 times to get the oil out, it still feels so soft afterwards. And I lather this on my hair. Like I spend probably about an hour just getting it in my hair so it like melts it. My hair is just dripping with coconut oil, and that just does absolute wonders hydration wise. Because when we bleach our hair it does get in this horrible state, I try and do a scalp treatment and a hair mask every single week, which doesn't sound like a lot, but when you come home from work and you've got to do that and then wash it out and things, it adds up and it becomes quite taskful, but it does pay off. And like my scalp is feeling so much better, and like my roots are feeling so healthy, which is good. Sometimes I'll also add apple cider vinegar in it, and this one has the mother, it's the Bragg one, and you want the mother ingredient because it's got all the good bacteria in it. And this is just so good for your hair. I don't even know why. Maybe because it's alkaline, and it's got that bacteria in it. But this is really good for your hair, skin and nails as well. So you could even just like soak your nails in this and it's really good. Put it in a face mask and it's really good. And this is also good to like dilute in water, and after you've washed and conditioned your hair, just like throw it over your head and just let it dry, and that's really good for your hair as well. So add this to a hair mask, add this to your shampoo, conditioner, scalp treatments, whatever. This is really good for your hair, and also it doesn't burn your scalp. I only use like a capful of it in a scalp treatment, so I don't know whether more would burn your scalp, but for me it didn't or doesn't. Something like, if you don't want to make your own hair mask or own scalp treatment, then you can buy one. This is a good brand. It's Garnier Ultra Blends Nourishing Hair Food, and you can get it in loads of different flavours and ingredients.
I love it. It's a vegan formula, 98% natural origin ingredients, 98% biodegradable formula, plant oils, no silicons in it, and it's part of a group that helps keep beauty products out of landfill sites. It's good for the environment as well.
Also, it's got all those natural things in it, so it's kind of like you're making your own hair and scalp treatment, but it's falling. But you just buy it, so that makes it a lot easier. And this is why these smell nice, and these don't make your hair oily. So like, I had a banana one, and I used to just put it in my hair, and you can put it in dry, do it up in a bun, go to work, and I would smell banana all day, and everyone else would smell banana all day, and it was lovely. Scalp treatments, hair treatments, number one, like kind of short term. I need my hair to be good, and obviously when you're doing it once a week, once a fortnight, it really does build up, and it makes your hair in a lot better condition. So going on from the treatments is, you want, when you've got these treatments in your hair, you want your hair to be warm. So I use a shower cap, like a reusable shower cap. And that just kind of heats up everything inside the scalp and makes it warm. And then that kind of helps it soak into your scalp and hair follicles better to absorb. Especially if you're working with oils, that's important, because you want them to be warm and not solidify. This is a discovery I have made. Sorry, my nose is running. This is a discovery I've made. It's a dry brush, and this is for your skin, to exfoliate your skin. And one day I came out of the shower and I was like, my dry brush just sitting there. I was like, I'm going to try brushing my hair with that. And like, honestly, it made my hair so, you can, oh my god, you can see that immediate shine there. It made my hair so soft. I'm not quite sure why that happens, but it's, I don't know. I think because it spreads the oils evenly throughout the hair. That's probably why. And it's very soft. Doesn't pull the hair. Oh my goodness. Like, it's taken the natural curl out my hair, but like, yeah, this just worked wonders. And it like lasted in my hair for a few days as well. And I was at work and I was like, guys, this is what I did last night. Like, I used a dry brush in my hair, and they were like, okay. But it makes my hair feel good, so that's why I'm doing it. And it looks better as well. Like, it looks the same on camera, but like in person it looks so much better once I do that. So if you're like going to go to a party or an event where you want your hair to look good and you're like, oh, I wish I never bleached it because it's in such horrible condition, dry brush is really good for that instant treatment, without having to put oils in it and all things like that. Lastly is hair like sleeping, because a lot of the time you might find when you're sleeping, you wake up and your hair is this matted, horrible mess. So I brush my hair before I go to sleep. Obviously, I promote these even if you haven't bleached your hair. It's satin pillowcases, because your hair's not being pulled, it's just being conditioned and lovely, and it gives me this wave in my hair which I never had before, which is lovely, and also good for your skin because it doesn't pull on the skin, so it doesn't give you wrinkles over time or dry out the skin because it's not absorbing, it's just sliding. So that's what I sleep on these, and whenever I go to sleep at someone else's house, I always take the case and just put it on another pillow, because I just don't want that breakage. You know, we don't need it. And then also I sleep with my hair in pigtails, so I will plait my hair. People say do a loose plait, and I just kind of, like, I do it like this, like I'm not pulling my hair, but it's kind of like, it doesn't look like a loose plait, it looks like quite a tight plait. And I just use those kind of invisible balls, because obviously they're silicone and they're not like fabric, so they're not draining any oils or hydration out of your hair. Boom. And then I sleep like this, and then I wake up and it's like I've just brushed my hair again when I take out the plaits. Like, it just leaves it in such good condition, and you won't like believe how good that works until you try it, like how big of a difference that makes. Oh, so I already gave one tip away, which is I cut my hair. And my plan was to get it cut about an inch every 6 weeks and then to slowly kind of thicken up my hair and get it slowly healthier that way, which would obviously in return make it grow quicker because it's not as dead. And then I was getting shorter and shorter and I was like, I miss your hair. So I took the plunge and I done it. And my hair is amazing, but my hair with the small trims was still definitely improving, and if I wanted to keep long hair I definitely would have persisted with that 100% would have worked. Something else I bought, so my hair I wouldn't say is frizzy, so I never get anti-frizz stuff. Maybe you think it's frizzy, or maybe I just don't know what frizz is. But I saw this, relieves dry and damaged hair, and I was sold because it said olive oil, so obviously, you know, I like my natural stuff. And I bought this, and it's literally like I put it in when it's wet, I put it in sometimes when it's like really dry, mainly after I wash it. And I just put it all through my hair. And it literally leaves my hair so shiny to the point where I put a little bit in and it looks almost greasy. So I'm still playing around with how much to put in. But yeah, I would really, really recommend this. Even my hairdresser was like, Jasmine, why is your hair so shiny? And I showed her and she was like, this is it. So yeah. Amazing. But yeah, I just wanted to pop on, say that, give you a little update of my hair, because it's super short now. Obviously, I don't use heat on my hair, I don't style my hair. I try and keep my hair down as much as possible. I try not to put it up because of the breakage and the strain on the hair follicle, which you don't want. That's me. That's how I got my hair healthy again. My hair was a horrid mess. Like, I couldn't brush it. It was that bad. Like, this whole underbit was just matted. I would say I've lost about 40% of my hair, where it's just broken. Like, up to about here, I've got all my hair. And this down, I don't. But thank you for watching. I hope it helped. Obviously, if you haven't bleached your hair, this is still really good because it's hair care. And will work even better if you've got virgin hair or just normal dyed hair. You will get amazing results. I promise. Bye.